Bills Mafia, what's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to Table Smashers. You know what it is. I'm back with my main man, Todd, on Mondays with Todd. And listen, we got a lot to get to. Great game yesterday. How's your blood pressure, Todd?
It's fine now. I'll tell you, that was a playoff atmosphere yesterday. Watching that game on the TV, as soon as they showed the opening shot of the game and the stadium, and I saw the snow on the ground, I said, "Oh shit, this is deja vu of the Bengals Bills playoff game that they lost to the Bengals 28. Was it 28-10?
Right.
Um, and it was like the exact replica of that game. I mean, it looked exactly the same. It was wild,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
we got the
Definitely,
victory.
man. Definitely, man. Listen, before we even get into anything, man, anything interesting happened this weekend? Anything you want to talk about? Todd, by the way, let me ask you, you got any
Yeah.
pregame rituals, man? Anything you do before the
Uh,
game? Anything you do
no,
during the game? Anything?
I really don't. I like to wear something Bills related just to make me feel comfortable. But then when I get pissed, I'll take it off immediately and just wear whatever, a t-shirt. Or it doesn't have to be Bills, but I'm usually wearing a Bills hoodie. I'm in my man cave. Uh, my wife is awesome with just leaving me alone. She knows that
Same
that's
here.
like, yep, like she knows that that's I gotta watch the game. Um, And my oldest son, who's in California now, would usually watch the games with me. My youngest son, who's 14, uh, he's a football fan, but not as much of a diehard. So I kind of watch the
Mhm.
games alone, to be honest with you, which I'm fine with.
Listen, same here. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Same thing here. Wife leaves me alone. I'm kind of left alone to do my own thing.
Yep,
Um, but I'm gonna tell you something. Just like yourself, I watch the game by myself.
I like it that way.
I'm gonna tell you the only scary thing about that. If the Bills go to the Super Bowl,
What do you do?
what do you do? Do you
I
have a
think
Super
about
Bowl?
that too. I've thought about that. Am I going to
What do
be
you
the
do?
loser who watches it all alone like he always does? Or am I going to like try to go to a Super Bowl? If I go to a Super Bowl party of any sort, I you can't focus. You can't listen, we can't focus at a Super Bowl party watching them in the Super Bowl. I can't do it.
Well, I will say this much: Super Bowl party, I'm not going to. That
Okay.
that I'm not doing. I'm gonna watch it in the same place I always watch it. Now,
Hmm.
whether I have people come over or not, or whether I
Okay.
have somebody watch it with me or not, that's that's the real question I'll have to ask myself. But as far as going somewhere else outside of my element,
Yeah.
watching it outside of what God is there, that
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
I know. I
That
know.
that that,
Superstitious in that way. It,
that
it's yeah, I know what you mean, like a Super Bowl party. Hey, come on, we're gonna have a Super Bowl party at this bar or whatever. I can't do
no,
that. I'm not
no,
doing
I'm
that
not.
shit.
Absolutely not. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
Don't even invite me. And like I said, I'll be completely honest. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it with anyone. If the Bills
Right.
go to the Super Bowl, I'll be that loser you just described, watching the
Yeah.
watching the game by himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I,
Same here.
I'm gonna stick to what's been working, man. I'm gonna go with that. And as far as listen, I eat the same thing every week.
Do you?
Just like yourself, I'll start out that jersey you see me wear. That's
Yeah.
actually probably people think it's a number one. People probably think it's Samuels, but it actually says Mac Mafia in the back.
Nice.
I wear the same jersey every weekend,
Okay.
and like just like yourself, when they start losing or or shit starts to hit the fan,
Yep.
I immediately go. I take it off. I rip it off. That's I don't want to know nothing about it.
Yep.
One last thing I'm superstition in. Every third down, I stand up.
So
Every third down, I
you're really
stand up
yeah.
right in front of the TV, and I'm kind of got my hands on my knees as I'm looking at the TV. And if I see that the Bills have, and this has been the case lately, if I see that the Bills haven't been able to stop them on third down, I
Yeah.
try something different and I sit down. But that's pretty much what I go with, man. That's pretty much what I go with. It works for me. And I don't know, bud. I'm gonna do it until something until something different happens, I guess.
I um I don't do all that during the regular season. The playoff games, it's very hard for me to like relax. Like all these crushing blows that we've had in the playoffs. I'm up moving around, big plays happen. I'm dancing around, I'm jumping around. My sons laugh at me behind my back when I do that, but that's usually during the playoffs. Regular
Right.
season, I don't have as many like rituals that you were just describing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, man, I don't know, man. I guess I go crazy.
I do
I go
too.
crazy. Hey, let's get into it, man. The
All
Buffalo
right.
Bills beat the Cincinnati Bengals, man, by a score of 39-34 in a game which was a thriller. One of the best games I've seen in, I would say, listen, top five in my life when it comes to our Buffalo Bills. And the reason it ranks top five, amongst other things, is because the outcome. You know, there's been plenty of thrillers that the Buffalo Bills have been on the opposite side of that. Listen, I like the direction Buffalo Bills going, and I'll be completely honest with you. I know we've been hammering the defense a lot, but
Yeah.
I got some things I like to talk about the defense,
Yeah.
and I just listen. I'm very happy with yesterday's results. I know a lot of people still have a lot of complaints. A lot of people still have a lot of hangups. I personally don't. I, I'll be completely honest, and I love the fact that the Buffalo Bills came out on the winning side yesterday.
Of course. I agree with you. Um, they've still got some kinks to work on, but they're definitely headed in the right direction. Listen, that Bengals offense is elite
A million
with
percent.
Joe Burrow's behind center. So they had Joe Burrow healthy. They had their receivers. They got the tight end. They've got a good running back. That offense is elite, and they showed it. They went up and down the field on us whenever they wanted to until our boy 47, who's going to be the defensive player of the week again this week. There's no doubt about it. We forget that he had a sack also. So
Absolutely.
as a corner. So until that play happened, we were facing an absolutely elite offense. And we have not the elite offense, but you know what? He's making a case for another MVP, and at least he's making a case. He's making a case, our boy, and he showed it yesterday in a big moment in a big spot. Josh showed up and did Josh-like things, uh, and showed the world why he's awesome.
If he can go on a run these next few games, I don't see why not.
Why not?
I don't see why not. And again, most valuable player. Again, we'll speak on that. We spoke about that last year. Most valuable player with
Yep,
the value they bring to their team.
yep.
And listen, it's no mystery that most people say it, and they're 100% right. The Bills live and breathe off of Josh Allen. If Josh Allen ain't right, the Bills ain't right.
That's
He's
it.
the, he's our most valuable player. And I mean, like I said, if he can put a good stretch together, he can make another run for MVP.
Yeah, I
We
think so
spoke
too.
about we spoke about tight ends, man. We said that it should be a big game for tight ends, and listen, our tight ends showed up. They had 11 catches for 137 yards. I
All
boy,
three of them caught a touchdown, right?
yes,
Yeah, Hawes caught one. Jackson Hawes caught one.
he caught one. Yes, my boy Kincaid, he was in there for 22 snaps. He had a touchdown as well. Dawson Knox had his best game since 2022 with
Yeah,
6 receptions for 93 yards.
yeah, he was
They
awesome.
fed the tight ends. I mean, Joe Brady did what he was supposed to do yesterday, so he's not going to hear a complaint out of me.
No, he's off my naughty list this week. I think he put together an excellent game plan. He hit the weaknesses of the Bengals defense for sure. I mean, everybody knew that they were awful against tight ends, and if Kincaid was going to be healthy, we definitely were going to have a nice advantage, and it showed. All three tight ends did something. Knox was amazing. I've always loved Dawson Knox. Kind of wondered why they didn't use him a little more um, this year, but he showed up yesterday. That was old school. That was Josh, that was Dawson, and that was old school Buffalo Bills. I mean, old school meaning 3 years ago.
I think the Josh Allen we've seen the last two games. If we can get that Josh Allen for the rest of the season, I think
Forget
we could
about it.
go deep into the playoffs. And I think the Buffalo Bill when that guy, we listen. There's no mystery. Like I just said, when that guy is on his A game, there's no
Nobody
stopping the
stops him.
Buffalo Bill. It don't matter what receiver we have,
No.
whether we have a one or not.
Yep.
That guy's gonna find a way to get the job done.
Yeah.
And this Buffalo Bills offense is looking good. Listen, putting up 39 points, get it. It's the Bengals. Bengals
Yeah.
can't stop a nosebleed. But to be able to stay in a fight and then attract me with the Cincinnati Bengals, who, like you just touched on, Todd, this team can put up points, man. They have an elite offense. Not too many teams in the league have an offense like this team.
No, they're fully loaded. I mean, the Rams, you could say maybe the Rams are fully loaded like that with Stafford and the receivers they got and their running game. But that's in the NFC. In the AFC, it's the Bengals fully healthy. They might have the best offense in the league. I mean, the Chiefs have been garbage all year. I don't know what their problem is. They've got skill players. The Ravens also have skill players. They've been a mess. Those two teams all year, and the Bengals honestly have been a mess only because Burrow's been hurt all year. Otherwise, they you know what, their defense, yeah, is awful, but they would have won 4 or 5 more games with Burrow. And it's weird, but they're not out of their division race yet. If you look at the Bengals schedule and the Ravens and the Steelers schedule, the Bengals have a better schedule, and they could win the division with a losing record. And I'm only talking about them still because if they win the division, we're most likely going to be a 5 or 6 unless we can miraculously win our division. We're going to need a lot of help from the Patriots losing games. Um, if the Bengals are the 4 and we're the 5, that's a tough game. In
Yeah,
Cincinnati, that's a tough game.
currently with a fifth seed currently
We're
right
the
now, and
we're the
again,
fifth seed. We would play the
right.
4, which would be the Steelers right now. I'm not worried about the Steelers at all.
I'm 100% okay with that matchup
Yeah.
with us playing the Steelers.
So, but you don't want the Bengals winning that division. They'd be 8-9, a losing record, but they'd be so dangerous. They just would be. I think so.
No, and I think you're 100% right. And a lot of people speak about their receiving core, in which we know, listen, they have an awesome receiving core, but they have an awesome running game as well.
Yes, they do. Brown's
And the
good.
Buffalo Bills defense, in which we hammered, so we got to give them their flowers, right? Because we've
Yes.
hammered them a lot. But they held them yesterday to 62 rushing yards.
Yep.
The Buffalo Bills defense showed up yesterday, Todd.
They showed up. They obviously they showed up
I
with
mean, they
big,
gave up 34 points,
but that's
but I
okay.
mean, again,
It's the
right.
Bengals offense. You're playing a great offense. We don't have an elite defense. Yesterday, we played opportunistic defense. We had the 2 turnovers that were gigantic. That was the game right there. That was the turning point. Um, well, Josh's big 40-yard touchdown run helped too, but the Benford interception for a touchdown, the pick six that was game changing for sure. But against the run, the last 2 weeks they've been excellent, and Shaq Thompson has a lot to do with it. Again, he showed up, and you could see early on they were coming in hard on the running game, and they were gang tackling, and they were playing tough running defense. And I loved it because we weren't doing that at all until Shaq got healthy again last week and this week. Now the Steelers don't have a great running game, but the Bengals do, and they couldn't get anything going. So it was great to see.
Yeah. Um, Shaq Thompson, you called it. Listen, before he started shining, you called his number.
Yeah,
Before he started, you called his number. You said, "Listen, this guy's gonna be a difference maker for us," and he's done exactly that.
yeah,
He's the one guy who hasn't showed up. Being that we're gonna stick on the defense, then we can kind of bounce back to the
yeah.
offense. But and I know you're not too crazy about this guy, Gregory Rousseau, man. He's had 3 tackles in the last three solo tackles in the last 3 games.
Listen, you know how I feel about him. He,
Depressing, isn't it?
he's a I use that word rotational defensive player, which means he's a second, third stringer. He comes in to relieve guys. That's what he is. We gave him that freaking contract. We're stuck with him. He's not breaking the bank. No one's going to want him in a trade or anything like that. We're stuck with him. And he's not that good. He's just not. So,
He really isn't.
no, he's not. He's been with
He
us for
really
what?
isn't.
4 years now he's been with us? 4?
That seems about right. That seems about
Whatever.
right.
But I mean, the pass rush yesterday was awful. I mean, we were rushing corners. We were rushing Tehran, and we were rushing Benford, who got the sack. We had to do that to put some pressure on because we had no pass rush on the D line. It was dreadful. And luckily Benford got the pick six on that play. But I said it to you. I was like, let's hold off on rushing these corners on a blitz. I just felt like we were giving up some secondary help because they were just throwing the ball down the field on us. But
Although I would say this, when Benford does blitz, he's been successful getting home. He's been successful either getting home or just just kind of giving some type of issue, some kind of
Yep.
disruption. But I
Disruption.
agree, they do have to kind of lay off on the blitzing because we have nothing. The one thing that we do have going for us, you touched on this last episode, and the Bills have kind of done it. And until I looked at the numbers, I didn't realize it. The first 6 games, the Buffalo Bills had 6 takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
The last 7 games, the
14.
Buffalo Bills have had 14 takeaways.
Huge. Huge.
Huge
We
difference.
Yep. Absolutely. We've won the turnover battle as any team needs to have a chance to really win is to win the turnover battle. That's a big determinant in winning. And we've been able to do that. So we got to keep doing it. We're not getting the numbers that we got last year. I mean, we just dominated in the turnover ratio last year. I mean, we were so far and above every other team in the NFL. I don't know where we ranked this year, but yes, 14 turnovers in 7 games. That's what you want. That's 2 a game.
That's 2 a game.
That's 2 a
2 a
game.
game. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's 2 extra chances to score touchdowns or field goals or whatever,
Yeah, definitely. Again, we've hammered the defense. We've talked bad about them, but they have found a way. With the exception of that Miami Dolphins game, the Buffalo Bills have been in every game.
Yes, they have. Not necessarily in the first half, and yesterday was another example of that. Second half, we outscored the Bengals 28-13. Again, we made adjustments on defense. I'm going to give that credit to McDermott. We made the adjustments on defense, and we played much better in the second half. Obviously, because we had the pick six and then the interception with Epenez's interception. The next play, the next series.
It's funny you say that because you kind of just pushed me right into my next subject and what I'm about to get into. The Buffalo Bills have outscored their opponents 186 to
Yes,
106 in the second half.
crazy, awesome
So
numbers.
186 to 106, the Buffalo Bills have outscored their opponents in the second half.
Yeah.
Safe to say, I guess we're a second half team, right? I don't like it that way because
No.
I don't like going into halftime stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
But listen, we outscoring our opponents by 95 points in the
Yeah.
second half.
Yeah. That's adjustments on defense. That's offensive adjustments. We listen. We know this team very well. They're in every game. That Dolphins game with the blowout. We haven't seen that in Josh's lifetime. We haven't seen a blowout like that. We're in
Right.
every single game
And,
because of what you talked about.
and right, and let me add that outscoring opponents from 186 to 106 was before yesterday's game.
Yes.
So now when I say we outscoring our opponents by 95 points, that's including yesterday's game. So
Yeah.
I don't want people to think, yo, this guy's horrible in math. Although I ain't good at math, but basic shit like that I can pretty much do. But
No, you're right.
you're right, Todd. Hey, listen, you know what another thing I want to touch on?
What was that?
McDermott ain't wear the glasses, man. We winning. We 2-0 without them fucking glasses, man.
I saw that. Yeah, I wonder if he sees that stuff and he's just like, I'm going to put the glasses to the side for a little bit. That's funny. Those little things that people throw out. That if you're superstitious, like many coaches are, they might not tell you they are, but they are, and they definitely have their routines and things. So maybe he won't wear them again. And if he does, fans like us are going to go nuts because it's just bad karma.
Listen, we just spoke about what I go through,
Right.
and like I'll go through a whole regimen. Like I briefed you on some of it, and I'd rather be by myself. And like I said, if the Buffalo Bills go to Super Bowl, I don't know how I'm gonna go about doing it, but I'll be by myself again, man.
Yeah.
I'll be by myself. Let's
I
talk
will be
about
too.
this. Let's talk about this, Todd. I want to talk about James Cook.
Okay.
He had 6 fumbles coming into this season for his career.
First career.
This year alone, he's fumbled the ball 6 times.
Has he fumbled it 6 times?
6 times. So he has 6 coming into the season, and he's fumbled 6 times this season.
He's had such a great season that you don't think about it, and he's been awesome. Listen, they'll go over it. They'll talk about it. Hopefully they'll work on that because we don't want that shit going down in a big spot. It kind of wasn't a big spot yesterday. We came out of it. We recovered from it, but that was a wasted possession. When we drove down the field and then he
Yeah.
fumbled going into the end zone. Not the one that they were discussing was a touchback, because that wasn't a touchdown. The one that he fumbled in the end,
Right.
crossing the goal line. I was like, man, we
Mhm.
wasted all that energy and got nothing out of it. Nothing. It's not like he fumbled on the 3 yard line, or it was. We were going in to
Yeah.
score, and but we recovered from it. And sometimes that goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't. Luckily, it went our way.
That kind of that that kind of deflated me. I
Oh,
was watching the game. I was amped. I was counting 6 on the board already. And when
oh,
he fumbled, you know what it reminded me of? The and some of us old school Bill fans will know this. It reminded me of Thurman Thomas in the Super Bowl
yeah.
fumbling.
Oh well, against the
Like,
Cowboys, yeah,
yeah, like it brought me back to that when Thurman was fumbling. We were like, "What the hell is going on? Like this is not
yeah,
like Thurman." Or it
no,
just brought me back to that.
yeah,
The reason I asked you, Todd, what's your thoughts on it? Because James Cook has carried the workload this year.
yeah,
You
yeah.
think you can chalk some of that up to fatigue, maybe?
It's possible. I mean, he was getting worked yesterday. He was on that drive and stuff. He was getting the ball thrown to him. He was running. Yeah, it's possible. This is the most workload he's had, I think, in his career with the Bills. He's definitely rushed the most this year, I think, because if you realize Ray Davis is not getting the touches that he got last year for James Cook to
Yeah,
spell him. I mean, it's possible. You know, uh, listen. Let's hope that they work on it. Let's hope that, well, teams are going to look at it and say the teams that we play against defensively, they're going to look at that and go, all right, we can get Cook to fumble the ball and put it on the ground, and let's focus on that. And he's going to know that. So how he holds it and holds it tight, that's up to him. I don't know, but I don't want him to fumble anymore. That's for sure.
yeah. I'm a fan.
Love him.
I'm a support him.
Yep.
I think I think it's not going to be an issue going forward. I think that some way somehow he'll make the necessary adjustments. But I just hope that again, a lot of it's probably not fatigue. I mean, he's had a heavy workload,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that he it's something he can get past, and I think he's going to get past it.
I
So
think so too.
I'm you Todd when Ty Johnson slipped yesterday going into the end zone. I said, I'm gonna be honest. I started to text you, but I said I'm gonna stay positive. I said, yo, we doomed. Like, we doomed. Like this is gonna come back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
We got 3 out of it, right? We got
I think so. I mean, it was early in the game. Did we get 3 out of it? Yeah, we had. I think we did. I think that gave us. Yeah, our first points was our first points a field goal. I think that was
yeah, I
it.
believe so.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
Against the Bengals, you can't win a game kicking field goals, man.
No, no, no.
You can't. So when he slipped, I said, shit, this is gonna come back to bite us in the ass.
Change those cleats, man. Get the right cleats in the snow. That's one of the reasons why we lost that playoff game to them. That 28-10 snow game.
Mm-hmm.
They kept talking about the traction, and no one had traction, and no one had traction, and their cleats and this, and Trey White was slipping, and I was like, the Bengals didn't have a problem going up and down the field on us. So I don't know how much true. I don't know how much truth is in that, but I thought about that when he slipped. I'm like, oh, here we go. But
Yeah.
didn't affect
I'm
it too much.
Yeah, I'm glad we came out with the victory because, like I said, we're usually on the other side of that. And I mean, you try to remain positive, you try to remain optimistic, and you try to be real. Like you don't want to start blaming people and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, I was even bitching about T. Higgins. I'm like, yo, this guy's concussed. They letting him play.
Ridiculous.
The first time he hit his head on the floor, bam, he sat down on the floor and he pointed to his head.
He pointed to his head twice. He fell down, what, 3 times and hit his head? He pointed 2 times out of those 3 to his head. I couldn't believe that's malpractice. He's not going to want to come out. He's tough. He's an NFL player. How in God's name did they allow him to go back coming off a concussion protocol? I don't get that at all.
Fresh off a concussion protocol
Yeah.
because he just cleared like Thursday or something.
Yes.
So I'm sure the NFL is going to look into that because
Yeah.
there's no way you can tell me that guy was 100%.
and he still caught the ball one-handed in the end zone for a
That
touchdown.
was a hell of a catch, right?
He's elite. He's one of the elite two of the Bengals receivers. We shut Jamar down yesterday. That was Benford. Benford did a great job
Benford,
on Jamar yesterday, also, by the way.
at 1,000,000%. Listen, I'm gonna agree with that. He's been balling.
Yes.
He's definitely been balling the last two games, and like you said at the beginning of this, I can definitely see him winning Defensive Player of the Week once again.
Oh, he will. No,
Easily.
he will. There's no way. There's no way he won't, unless somebody else had a pick six yesterday and dominated. He had a sack, a pick six, and I don't know how many tackles, but he probably had at least 4 tackles. So he played great.
Yeah. Let's talk injuries. But before we jump into next week's game and what's going on in the AFC, let's talk injuries. What's your, I mean, they said Bosa may come back this week. Sean McDermott spoke to the media today. He said there's a possibility he may come back this week.
Yeah, I was listening to that press conference today. It was a good press conference. They asked McDermott some questions about Josh, and he put some smiles on people's faces. Anyway, Bosa looks like he's heading in the right direction. Uh, Nobody really came out of the game yesterday with any injuries. I think
Well,
Cole
Bishop
Bishop was
came out with
cramping.
cramps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
he
is
came out with
fine.
cramps.
You can recover from that. Nobody came out of the game with any injuries,
The
which is
kid kind of scared me because I seen him limping for a little bit there.
who?
He Shakir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Shakir came
did.
out. He was kind of limping for a little bit on one of them bullshit ass plays that we hate.
Yeah,
He came out limping, but he came out all right. They even
yeah.
said Benford got hurt for a little bit.
Did he?
Yeah,
He
they
came
they
out
did. Yeah, they say he came out for a little bit, but he came back on. It was nothing serious.
because he didn't report anybody nursing anything other than the guys that were already out, right? McDermott.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think Spencer Brown's going to make a listen. This is the Patriots game, dude. We're going to talk about this. I'm sure we have to. This is big time. With there's listen. We. It's going to be hard to win the division. The Patriots
I agree.
have to really fall apart. They have to lose 3 out of their last 4, and we got to pretty much not. We can't lose again. Okay,
Right. We got to run the table.
we got to run the table. Can we do that? Okay, we got to beat the Patriots and the Eagles in doing that. Tough. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about the division right now. I'm not focused on that. Spencer Brown's gonna he's probably gonna play next week. They're gonna need him as long as he's able to get that shoulder right. Um, Bosa, we're gonna need him too. We had no pass rush, so
Zero.
I don't know what the
Zero.
risk is in that. I don't know what the risk is in that. Is if you got to make sure they're fully healthy.
I know
But
one thing. I know one thing. If I'm Sean McDermott, I'm calling those plays on defense, or at least over 50% of them. I can
yeah,
tell you that much right now because
yeah,
Sean McDermott has a very good track record when it comes to. I mean, granted, Drake May's not a rookie, but there's a lot that kid hasn't seen yet. So
absolutely,
Sean McDermott has a very good track record when it comes to young quarterbacks.
yeah,
So if I'm Sean McDermott, over 50% of those defensive plays are being called by me.
yeah. I think he's
You
doing that anyway. I feel like the last few
think
weeks,
so?
but yeah, I think he's calling. I think he's calling the defense. I think Babbage now is just support. At least right now this year, I think he's just support, and I think he delivers the plays to the defense, Babbage,
Mhm. Yeah,
but Sean's calling the shots. He definitely is.
I hope so because we're gonna need that this weekend. We're
Oh
gonna
my
need that
God.
this weekend. There's a huge game.
Yep.
Again, to your point, I think it'll be very hard for the Buffalo Bills to win the division at this point
Yeah.
because the Patriots, like you said, will have to literally collapse. They have to drop 3 of their last 4 games, and the Buffalo
Yeah.
Bills have to win out. I can see a scenario where the Buffalo Bills win out, but I don't see
Yes.
a scenario in which the Patriots collapse and drop 3 out of their last 4 games. I don't see that.
Here's where we play them next week. Let's say we're able to win that game. I don't know if we're going to win that game. I like our
But the
chances
Patriots
now.
game,
Huh?
the Patriots game,
I like our chances. Yeah.
I think we're gonna kill them.
Yeah, I
I'm
hope
gonna be
so.
honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're gonna kill them. And,
We
and, and I
don't.
know people probably gonna look at this. They be like, "Oh, he's talking shit." So what? I don't care. I think we're gonna kill the Patriots.
I hope so.
They beat us by 3.
Yeah, I know.
We turned over the ball 3 times.
Yeah. True.
We got a different Josh Allen than we had several weeks ago.
Yep.
We got a different Bills team than we had several weeks ago.
Yes.
I don't give a shit if they coming off a bye or not.
No, I don't care about
Again,
that. Yeah.
this Buffalo Bills team is different, man, than what we seen throughout the course of the year.
This is December Buffalo right now. December
Absolutely.
Buffalo kicks the shit out of everybody. And so far, so good. We've done that 2 weeks in a row. I like our chances, definitely. Also, the Bills do not want to give up the division title next week in New England because that's what would happen. They don't want hats and T-shirts to be thrown around uh, in front of them. If the Patriots are going to win the division, let that be another time, but not on the Bills' watch. And I think they're really focused on that. They're not giving up the division next week. It's not happening. I
Todd,
hear
I
you.
was actually going to touch on that. It's funny you say that because I was going to say the same exact thing.
Yep.
Listen, they win against us next week. That's hats and T-shirts.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills do not want to be in the locker room next door hearing this team celebrate. They do
No, they
not
don't.
want to walk out that stadium, getting on that bus, and hear
Getting
these fans
harassed.
talking shit.
Yep. Getting harassed. You're right.
I think
And
that the Buffalo, I tell you, I think the Buffalo Bills. I'll be shocked if the Buffalo Bills don't show up this weekend. I will
me
be
too.
completely shocked.
Me too. I agree with that. That I agree with. Um, our run defense is so much better. So I think we're going to be okay in that regard. And the only person that really scares me with their receivers is obviously Diggs. If we can shut him down and frustrate him somehow, if Benford can just lock on Stefan, I'll worry about. I'm not going to worry about the other receivers that they have. They're not awesome. They're solid. Whatever. They've got a good
You,
tight end in Hunter Henry. You
yeah,
know,
very good.
we got to
You,
get.
you actually
Go ahead.
go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Our D line has to show up. If our D line can get any pressure on this kid, he's been sacked a lot this year, and he's missing 2 offensive linemen. If
Mm-hmm.
we can sack this guy and get in his face and pressure him, and that's going to be with if Bosa's there, we definitely have a chance to beat them. I hear what you're saying. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you actually led me into my next question because that's actually what I was going to ask you. Would you have Christian Benford shadow Stephon Diggs?
Absolutely, he's our best corner, of course. Or you could put the rookie on him. You could say, "All right, Max, here's your shot. Here's your chance to shine. You're going to lock down Stephon Diggs. He can do it. He's got the speed. It's just that Stephon Diggs is one of the great route runners in the NFL.
That, that's why I probably wouldn't chance it.
Yes,
I
exactly.
probably wouldn't chance it because I would probably need something a little more seasoned
Yeah.
because Stephon Diggs is not only, we call him for what it is, not only a great athlete, a great
Yep.
receiver, but he's been in the league for a long time. He's
Yep.
very seasoned, and he will beat you with experience.
Absolutely. Great route
So,
runner.
right, and you get a lot of double moves coming out of Stephon Diggs,
Yeah.
and we've seen that Max has been beat on
Yep.
double moves. We've seen what Waddle did to him.
Yes. True.
On double move. So I wouldn't necessarily take that chance and put Max on him, but I would definitely have
Benford.
Benford
Benford's
shadowing.
going to go. We usually play zone though, so I don't know if we play zone. That Diggs is going to eat us up. He did that the last game. I
Mm-hmm.
think we were playing zone on him, but McDermott can mix it up. I mean, he'll listen. He knows what he's doing. He's a great defensive coordinator. He really and truly is. But getting back to the Patriots, what they have left. If we beat the Patriots, that's a loss for them. Then they play the Ravens. I don't really know what the Ravens are. I know that they still have talent. I don't know where they're going to be in 2 weeks. If they're still fighting for the division, that's not necessarily an easy game for the Patriots either. And they still have to play the Dolphins, who are playing with a lot of pride, and people aren't paying attention to them because they're not going to go anywhere. But that's a rivalry, and the Patriots have never done well against the Dolphins, even with Tom Brady. They would always struggle with them. And I think that game, well, it's in New England. Depends on the weather. I mean, that's the only chance, we would have is for that to happen, to lose. Basically, they'd have to lose 3 in a row, which I don't see. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. I find I don't see him losing three. out of
No,
the next four.
let's be realistic. We're most
Yeah,
likely going to be the 5 seed, maybe the 6, depending.
and I'm okay with that.
That's
I,
fine.
I'm okay with that. They can have the division again. I feel very comfortable playing the New England Patriots.
Yep.
I've said this before. I give them a lot of credit for what they've done. I
Yeah.
give them a lot of credit for the quarterback that they've chosen, and Drake May. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
As far as being a quarterback, he's going to do great things in this league. But I think right now the Buffalo Bills are not losing to this team, whether it's next week or whether it's in the playoffs. I
Yeah.
just really I don't see a Josh Allen letting that happen. I
I
really do
agree.
not.
I agree. And I said it last week. We've talked about it. No Burrow, no Mahomes. No Burrow, most likely. Let's hope not. No Mahomes. He ain't making the playoffs this year.
They
Lamar
done.
has a dying chance, a slim chance because of the division that he's in. They've looked like shit. So Josh will be the last man standing. I mean, the Colts are cooked. They're done. They're trying out. They're trying out 44-year-old Philip Rivers tomorrow.
Are they?
Yeah, it's the Colts.
Wow.
Okay,
I didn't
he's
know
got a
that.
beer belly and everything now. He's not in shape to play football. So the Colts are done. Honestly, the Colts might not win another game. So they're out.
And they gave up
Jacksonville.
two firsts for Sauce
I
just
know, I know, I
4 weeks
know.
ago.
That's right. Oh, they're
They
in
gave up
trouble.
two. Tell me, they gave up two firsts for Sauce. Had this incident, I promise, had this happened 5 weeks ago, they would have never been in the Sauce.
No.
They would never give up those two.
Did they give up their 2026 first for him, or is it 27, 28? I don't know.
I think it's a 26 and I think it's a 27.
Oh my God, they're screwed.
I'm not 100% sure, but
They're in
but
trouble.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They're going to have to get Daniel Jones healthy and try to see if Anthony Richardson can do something. But enough with the Colts. I don't think they're going to win another game. In fact, their backup, Riley Leonard, he got hurt too. He's got a knee injury. So they have no quarterback. So they're
Mm-hmm.
done. That's Jacksonville and Houston in that division. And Houston's playing great. They've won what, 4 in a row. They've beaten good teams, including us. Their defense is elite. Um, don't necessarily want them winning the division. I'd rather have Jacksonville. And let's say Jacksonville's the 3 and we're the 6. I'll play in Jacksonville, no problem. I have no problem playing in Jacksonville. Let's say the Steelers win the division. Send me to Pittsburgh. I don't care about playing there if we're the 5 seed. So the 5-6 for us might be in our favor because it might be Jacksonville or Pittsburgh that we're playing. So
The only team, the only team that scares me
yeah,
is the Texans.
yeah, their defense.
That's the only team that scares me because what they did to the Buffalo Bills a few weeks ago, us Bills fans who haven't missed a game in let's say 10 in the last 10, 15 years, we ain't recognize that fucking team out there.
No,
They look the shuffle, they were all over the place.
yeah,
Josh Allen ain't look himself. They went in there and they did what they wanted with us.
they
That's the
did.
only team I'm scared of. And again, I'm gonna go on record and saying I'm not scared of no Patriots. I'm not
No,
worried about the Patriots. I really am not.
yeah, I'm not either. I'm
I
not.
really am not.
I'm not worried about Denver either because they've had a horseshoe up their ass every game they play. They just barely win. If you look at how they've won this year and who they've beaten, they haven't really played anybody either, like the Patriots. And Denver's defense is great, but they can be had. I've said it before. I
Mhm.
agree with you. Patriots, Broncos, okay. If we got to play them in an AFC championship game on their turf, I love our chances. Love it.
Although I'll be honest, I wouldn't be too crazy about going to Denver,
No,
but
but
I still love our chances. But
yeah.
I'd rather not go to Denver. But Gillette, I don't have a problem with Gillette. Not
Yeah, I don't
not
either.
not not a problem, man. Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Again, the Patriots don't scare me at all.
Yeah. Well, so you say the Texans. I agree. Their defense is elite. They beat us up. We'll figure out a way if we have to play them again in the playoffs to kind of figure that defense out. Offensively, they only have Nico Collins. They don't have anybody else.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, their defense scares me, but I don't know. I'm not as scared maybe as you are of the Texans. But you know what? That's 4, 5, 6 weeks away. Let's focus on this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, that's the only team that worries me. Texas.
Yeah.
These Patriots. Patriots fans are feeling pretty good about themselves, man. I listen. I don't blame them. They they've been out the loop for a while, and they got every reason to feel good. But I'm like, are we watching the same game here? Like,
Yeah.
listen, like you guys haven't really played nobody. Case in point, like we playing the NFC East this year.
Yeah.
We got the Eagles, you got the Giants, and there's like
Yeah.
4 games like that. I mean, I got it written down somewhere. I don't. By the time I look for it, I'll probably put that on the next podcast. But like, I'm like, you guys aren't being realistic, man. Like,
Yeah.
like celebrate, enjoy, but are you guys really being realistic?
Well, they're
Like,
cocky. They got 6 championships under their belt. I mean, they've had a history for the last 25 years of being amazing. Only the last 4 years they've been struggling. So they're not too far removed from that dynasty that they had for 2 decades, and they're feeling cocky, and they feel like they have the next coming of Tom Brady. Let them think that, because like you said, if we got to face them in the playoffs, we'll bring them right back down to earth. No problem.
we're gonna smoke their boots, man. We're gonna smoke their boots. I'm telling you, we're gonna smoke their boots. Anything else you want to touch on before on that Patriots game coming up before we get out of here?
It's a big game. It's the biggest game of the year for us. I think it's a way for us to show them they're not who they think they are. Josh is going to be laser focused. And I like our chances. Am I going to say we're going to kick the shit out of him like you did? I don't know. But I don't know if
Listen,
I
I
can do
stand
that.
on that. I don't care. I stand on that. I think we're
I
gonna beat
want
them
you
by
to. I
2.
want you to stand on it.
I stand on it. I think we beating them by more than 2 touchdowns. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. The Buffalo Bills will beat the New England Patriots by at least 2 touchdowns. Minimum 10 points.
I love that.
Minimum.
All right.
Minimum. I stand on that. Again, our Buffalo Bills this is a different team than what you've seen the last 5 weeks.
So you're looking at like a 28-17 kind of win ish? 28-17? 30 to 20 maybe?
I'll go
I don't know.
like a 34-17.
Oh, I like
34 to
that.
17, 34 to 21.
Yeah.
Lie to you not. I see it by 2 touchdowns or more. I think, especially after facing a team like the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think Drake might throw a couple interceptions. I like that prediction.
I think Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
I think Sean McDermott is going to be the X factor in this game. I
Yeah.
think Sean McDermott is going to. He has something to prove this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes around with that stoic attitude,
Yeah.
being humble,
Yes.
but
He's a dog.
You can see how he's probably like an asshole, in his own little way.
Yes.
And I think Sean McDermott has been waiting for this game.
Yeah, of course. Of course he does.
Playoffs, he probably gets nervous. He probably whatever.
Yeah.
He goes to shit. But in a division game like this, against a second-year quarterback, I think Sean McDermott is going to be the X factor. I think he's going to be the determination on why the Buffalo Bills kick their ass.
We've always kind of proven that we are the team in the East, the AFC East. We've had to play the Dolphins a couple of times in the last few years in the same kind of circumstance. Everybody's like loving the Dolphins. This is their year. And we had that one game in the snow where Bass kicked the field goal. That was, I think, to win the division. And then we went down there. We had to win. It was the second to last game or whatever that was, and we won the division down there too, in Miami, if you remember. I think that was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a similar situation. Yeah, I would say so. I like that. Yeah, Vrabel's great. He's going to have his guys ready, but now you're getting me fired up. All right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, it is what the fuck it is. But again, at the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills is beating this team by more than 10 points. It's going to be a double-digit win easily.
I like it.
Yeah. And I don't think that it's one of them things it's not going to be like a game like we just witnessed where it kind of lingers around. I think we coming out fast and we coming out strong.
Yeah, I like it. Um, I don't know how they are against the run. We're going to obviously try to establish the run, or Josh is feeling good, man. Yo, Hayward from the Steelers got Josh ready to rock. And so
Thank
they
you,
might try
Hayward.
to throw the ball down the field next week. They might do some play action. They came out of the gate against the Bengals with play action right away. I loved it. And hitting the tight end. So,
Mhm.
yeah, let's do it.
I see it. I see it happening. Again, I'm 100% confident in the Buffalo Bills in this game. And again, I'm gonna say this again. Sean McDermott, feel how you feel about him when it comes to the postseason. Does he do some bonehead moves? 1,000,000% agree. But when it comes to these division rival games,
Yeah.
or just rival game, even the Pittsburgh Steelers, him and Mike Tomlin got history together.
Sure. They
He
play
takes
together.
those games personally. He goes out there, he shakes the guy's hand, or they great on
Yeah.
that side. He's down the third. But I think on the inside, the guy goes home and he wants nothing more than to kick this guy's teeth in.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. He's a wrestler by nature. He was one of the great wrestlers in the state when he was in high school. He played
Mm-hmm.
college football with Tomlin. He was a safety. He loves the secondary, so that's his baby. That's why he's always good with the secondary. Um I agree with you. He's a dog, no doubt.
I see it happening. I see it happening. Before we get out of here, Todd, give me some Tosquadamas shit, man. Do what you do, man, because you've been pretty spot on with a lot of things you say. You've been
Well,
pretty spot on.
you're a lot more confident this week. I'm not saying the Bills won't win. I don't know if it's going to be by double digits. I do like their chances. I think May's going to throw a couple interceptions. I think Josh is going to be just fine. We're not going to turn the ball over 3 times like we did. Um, oh, man, I'm looking at like a 28-20 type win, 28-21. I think we're going to play well, and I think we're going to keep it moving. Defensively, we're going to still continue to do well against the run. I can see that. And offensively, I think Cook's going to have a big game. I think he's going to have over 100 yards rushing. And I think Josh is going to have just his normal, like, I'm Josh Allen game. You know, he's going to have 3 touchdowns. Just a matter of what touchdowns are they? Are they going to be 3 rushing? Are they going to be 2 passing in a rush? I don't know. But I like 3 touchdowns from Josh.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
Mhm.
The Buffalo Bills the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks have put some shit on paper, whether it's tight end game like yesterday, whether it's throwing the ball to the backs out the backfield.
Yes.
I believe that the Buffalo Bills are going to be a handful for these New England Patriots. And again, I got them winning 34-21. It was a double digit win,
Like it.
and it humbled them. Now the Patriots are still, I believe, the Patriots still go ahead and win the division.
Yeah.
Damn it, Buffalo! Do not let them put on t-shirts and hats on our watch.
Yeah. I agree with you. And they're gonna do their best to not let that happen for sure.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the veteran moves or a lot of these older players that we bitch about, that why they still here, listen, go out there and get some youth, XYZ. I think those veteran players are gonna be the ones to sit there and say, listen, wake the fuck up. Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's not let these guys hand us our ass.
sure.
Let's stay in this fight.
Yeah, Josh Poyer, Trey White, even you can even
Phillips.
Phillips. If you could even throw Benford in there the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Cook, you could say, he's not much of a vocal guy, but Poyer and Josh are obviously, and Trey White is vocal. So yeah, you're right. They'll talk to the young guys and talk to whoever they got to talk to, and talk about what you just said. Absolutely.
Yeah. Aside and like I just mentioned, aside from the tight end showing the ass the last game, aside from the backs catching the ball at the backfield, Josh has been running loose as well.
Yeah.
So they playing with less restraints, man. They playing with less restraints. It's a little stress-free football. I almost said baseball. Stress-free football, and I think we're gonna humble the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
I
everything's coming
really do.
together. Everything's coming together, especially the last few weeks. We've played teams that are in the playoff hunt. We played elite offenses, and we got another test. Got another test coming up. 1 o'clock on Sunday. I love it. I love that it's not a night game. I like that it's just 1 o'clock
Mhm.
Sunday. old school battle in the East, and let's see what happens.
And you touched on it. You said everything's coming together.
It is.
So we touched on this before. It's not necessarily who you play is when you play them. And
Yeah.
I much rather get hot and have shit come together later on during the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need things to really be clicking because it's literally one and done at that point. Them
Yeah.
to be hot early in the year, and I think the Buffalo Bills are clicking at the right time.
Yeah.
So I challenge the Buffalo Bills to go out there and show their ass, man, and put a great performance, man. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge game. This is a super tough game, and then we just have one more after that. Really, realistically, with the Eagles. But we'll see what the Eagles are when we play them. They could be just falling apart at the seams. After tonight, we'll see what happens. I like our chances. I like our chances. If we're knock on wood, we're going to get in the playoffs. Uh, 5 seed, 6 seed. Miraculously, if we can just win the division. If we win the division, by the way, we might end up being a 2 seed just by record. That would mean we win out. We're 13-4. We probably would be the 2 seed, which would be unreal. But
Yeah, I mean,
2 seed, we might play the Texans right away, right out of the gate.
yeah. Like I said, I don't care so much about the division. Again, I applaud the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they've done enough at this point to win the division. So I don't really care too much about it. Like I said, just get in,
yeah,
just warm up, play hot football, and get busy. Again, I
yeah,
think the New England Patriots at this point has done enough to win the division because again, they got to lose 3 games. I don't see that
yeah.
happening.
No,
If we got to, because we got to finish with a better record than them. Because
yeah,
if we finish with the same record, they have the division. They got a better record in the division. I
yeah.
believe they got a better record in the conference.
Um,
And,
we might end up tied. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, they might have the better conference record. Yeah.
right, too much has to happen, and then it
Yeah.
goes to like games, like same
Yeah.
opponents, like who got a
Yeah.
better. So we got to overcome too much.
There's a lot.
So again, I applaud New England Patriots. Listen,
Yeah.
y'all guys did enough to do it. Again, I think you guys got a wonderful team. I think you guys got a great team. I think you guys are gonna be a damn headache moving forward, a thorn in the ass moving
Yeah.
forward. I just don't see it happening this year. I think this
Yeah.
year, uh, I don't see it happening. That's just that. All right, bud, we pretty much wrapped up, man.
Okay.
Listen, it's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you, Todd. You know you're the man, man. You're the man. Tostradamus, you're rarely wrong. If you throw out 5 predictions, you usually hit. If you throw out a 5-leg parlay, you usually hit 4.
I
Let's
wish.
just
Are you
say that
kidding
at a
me?
minimum. At a
I'm gonna
minimum.
I'm gonna take a break from betting after this weekend. So I don't know about that.
Well, no, listen. We just spoke about being superstitious. Depending how we do, man, you may have to keep it up, man.
I know, right?
You may have to keep it up.
My $5 and $10 bets that I put on my parlays have not been doing well. Not on the Bills, but on other games. I needed
Yeah,
I
man.
needed I needed Shakir to have 20 yards yesterday receiving. I think he ended up with 16. Killed me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was the only leg that didn't work out for you?
that was it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had Kincaid. It was like a 3-leg parlay, and Shakir needed 20 yards, and of course he didn't get it. So, but that's okay. We won. I'd rather win. Trust me.
Agreed.
As a team.
Listen, before we get out of here,
Yeah.
something to talk about real quick.
Yes.
If Palmer's a go this week, who are we sitting? Who are we sitting if Palmer's a go this week?
Probably Shavers. Probably
Think so?
Shavers. I mean, yeah. Keon's going to stay there because he had a couple catches. They're gonna try him one more time. I think they're gonna roll him out there. And Palmer hasn't played all year, so what gives him the right to jump in and really take anybody's spot? You think he's going to take anybody's spot?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they like the speed and
I know.
and I don't know if they're 100% happy with Keon. Even yesterday,
Mm.
I'm gonna go on record saying this. I hope Keon really works out. Like I'm pulling for the kid. I really
Of
really am.
course, he's our first round. He's our top draft pick this year.
But even yesterday, you've seen a few routes in which he was kind of lazy. He didn't come back to the ball when he was supposed to.
Yes. Every time I see him catch a pass, there's someone on him, right on top of him. There's no separation, zero. And then they'll show the replay, and it's like, what kind of cut was that? That wasn't. I don't know. I just feel like there's no. It's just lazy, like you said. It's like he had that big first down slant catch, which I liked, but that's all he's got. I mean,
that was a big one. That was
it
a big one.
was. It was.
I hope he's playing possum. Like
Maybe.
I hope. Yeah, I hope he's playing possum, and I hope the Bills find a way. Maybe, who knows? Maybe put him in the slot. Maybe do something with him, and like towards the playoffs, and he just becomes a freaking mismatch for defenses. But I hope that there's something that they reserving that we haven't seen yet.
I hope
because
so
I would
too.
hate to think that this guy ain't working out. I would hate to see that.
You talking about Palmer or Keon?
Keon.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Listen, it remains to be seen. Let's see how the season plays out. If Palmer's fully healthy, we probably need him in there. Yes, better route runner than anybody there, other than Shakir. I would think Shavers would sit. I'd like to see some more Brandon Cooks, but I don't know what he has left in the tank. I think he did even catch a ball yesterday. Maybe he caught one ball and then you didn't see him again. I don't know what they have in store for him, but he's a seasoned veteran. He's had some good seasons under his belt in his career. So if Kincaid's healthy, that's an X factor. Kincaid, we really do need him on the offense to kind of open it up.
It's kind of good to see. Listen, I'm not a big Gabe Davis fan, but it's kind of good to see Josh Allen feel comfortable with that guy.
I like that. He comes in, he gets a couple catches. Yep.
Yeah. That's the perfect role for him. The guy, no pressure. He just goes in there, does his thing, comes on out, go back in, do his thing.
Yep.
I like it. I like
Absolutely.
it. But Todd, we out of here.
Okay.
Always, I appreciate you, bud. We'll talk during the week.
Yep.
Big game, man. Big game. I think we're gonna be all right. Like I said, I got the Buffalo Bills win. I got the Buffalo Bills. Listen, I'm going to wreck it. Mac Mafia got the Buffalo Bills winning at least by double digits. I'm going with a score of 34-21.
I'll take it, dude. Are you serious? I'll take it. Absolutely. Love it.
Take it, man. My brother,
all
have
right.
a good night. It's always a pleasure. We'll touch base, man. Again, hit him with a Go Bills, and then I'll sign out with that, and we out of here, man.
Go Bills.
Eat your veggies, drink your water, and when it comes to our Buffalo Bills, mind your business. Let's go Buffalo.
Man, you guys are as tough as nails. Team above everything else, huh? Have a good time. Love y'all. Wait on 3, 1, 2, 3.